is March 31st and welcome to your Tuesday morning yoga class. I apologize, I don't think I have been here for almost 2 weeks. We had company and then I was out of town in Arizona and now I'm back with a cold. So I'm not sure how this class is gonna go. I'm not sure how upside down is gonna go. Our downward dog, so we're just gonna see what happens, knowing it will be just right. So let's go ahead and settle in. Get yourself on your mat, arrange your props, your pillows, whatever you're gonna need for class, and then come into a comfortable seated position. Let your eyes close or gently focus on the mat in front of you. And take some deep sighs as you let everything else go. You've set aside the time for this yoga practice. You cleared your schedule. You set up your computer screen or whatever you have set up if you're doing this as a recording or live. And now you can let all the rest go. And begin to come into the present moment. As always, we can become present by noticing our senses. The sense of hearing, smells, taste, sensation through skin and pressure, inner tingles, and as always, the breath. The heartbeat. And breath, such an easy thing to settle on. To fall into its rhythms of inhale and exhale. I'm going to read a poem. As usual, I open randomly, and this one is called Healing Journey, which is perfect for my day with a cold. Go gently into this good day, appreciating the play of opposites. The way sunlight chases frost crystals off the grass blades as dawn melts into morning. Take the one step you can take right now. Open to whatever comes, whether it meets your expectations or shatters them into 1,000 sparkling shards. Go gently into this good day. Faith rising to the occasion, fear receding just enough to reveal the next step on your healing journey. A message bigger than a cold for sure on our healing journey. And from this place of stillness and breath and healing, let's go ahead and breathe together. And inhale and then exhale. Blowing it out as if you're blowing a candle out. Again, we inhale and exhale. Last one. reach our arms to the sky, reaching up with our fingertips on the inhale, and exhale, letting those hands come down. Again, inhale up, and exhale, hands down. Let's add the neck. Look up, and look down. Let's walk those hands behind us. Fingertips point back. Shoulder blades squeeze together and look gently up to begin opening the heart space. A little supported back bend, so to speak, here. Finding the edges, the stretch. Breathing. And back forward. Fingertips touch now in front of the body. Slowly reach out. Keep sliding those fingers out, 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 until again you feel that stretch now in your hips. Dropping your forehead. Maybe pressing the wrinkles out of the forehead, whether that's rocking it on the mat or a block. Breathing into the earth. Slowly drag the fingers back toward the body as you roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, tall spine. Switch the position of your legs, which shin was in front of the other or which shin was on top of the other. Switch it up and we'll do the same thing to even out those hips. Pushing as if you're pushing a block, sliding the fingertips forward, hips reach back, fingertips forward. Stretching out the opposite hip, rolling the forehead and settling in. Slide those fingertips back. Long, tall spine. Roll those shoulders back. And then let's, before we start moving, do a few other stretches here. Right foot out, left foot on the inner thigh. Similar to tree pose, but in a seated position. Hands reach the top of the right thigh and then slide down the whole leg. Toes point up, find wherever you can reach. Not judging, we're just beginning to stretch and wake up. Maybe you haven't done yoga in a long time, so you're stiff. Maybe you've been gardening. Who knows what's been going on in your life? But be gentle with yourself. Maybe you too have had a spring cold. Find the edges, just, and then stay there with that stretch. So it's definitely feeling like a slow class. Slowly roll back up. Switch sides. Left leg reaches out. Right foot on the inner thigh. 90-degree angle. Again, fingertips at the top of the thumbs at the top of the left thigh, and then slide the hands down. Toes up. And slide back up. Let's bring both legs to the front, in front of the body. Oh, let's do some shoulder circles here. One way and the other. And then some neck circles. Let's do the one where we make a smile line looking to the right, drop the chin, look to the left. And look up. And then with thumbs again at the top of both thighs, let's slide the hands down. And again, just notice and smile, like, oh, look how stiff I am. Always can put a little bend in those knees, and then rest the belly on the thighs. And then stretch forward. Long, slow holds to really to get the ultimate stretch. And then drive those fingers back. Bring both knees up to the chest. Heels as close to the body as you can. Let's give ourselves a hug and drop the chin. Opening that space between the shoulder blades. Really feel that opening back there. Since we already did a little tiny back bend there. Giving yourself that hug. And then lifting your chin, cross your ankles, and roll over them to come to all fours. Rearrange yourself on that mat. Wrists under elbows, under shoulders, knees are under hips. And then let's gently lift the chin and the tailbone. And looking back at the thighs around the back, tops of the feet on the mat. Give them a little kick to activate them. Really pushing into the palms, really feeling that arch. And then back the opposite way. So at first we're holding each end, the cat and the cow, to really feel the edges. See if as you look up, you can feel that chest coming through the upper arms or shining that direction. The tailbone points up and the belly drops. And then around the other way. Oh my goodness. Looking up. And then finding your own rhythm of your cats and your cows. You can wag the tail. Feeling into the sides of the body. You can circle the belly. Make it your own, working out the stiffness. That whatever's been going on in your life has caused, whether that's illness and fever or gardening, or maybe too much sitting. Who knows what you've been up to? Hiking, biking. Spring is here. So these bodies maybe haven't been as active, have become more active. And then if you were slow with your in and your out, see if you can start making every looking up and inhale and every looking back and exhale. Building a little energy there. And then come to that neutral spine and reach the hips back, fingertips forward, big stretch, child's pose. But it's a child's pose where we're opening those arms. So if you can come up on the 10 fingertips, and go ahead and do that, and drop the forehead, opening the shoulder even more. And staying with this, take your right hand and slide it under your left and drop your right ear to the mat. I apologize for the snarling. Opening the shoulder. Bring that hand back, right hand stretches forward, fingertips, and then the left hand through. Place the left ear or temple on the mat. Left palm faces up, right palm faces down, opening the shoulders. Coming back. And let's bring the palms together, bring them over the head and bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. Elbow stretch forward, so another shoulder opening, but you stretch out the triceps. Long, slow holds. No rush. Fingertips up and forward. Forearms parallel. And then let's go ahead and walk the hands forward and bring the hips down. So we're coming to Sphinx pose from a child's pose. So it might take a little bit of wiggling. Once you're there, elbows are under shoulders, nose reaches up, toes reach back. Then let's put one toe in the right corner, left toe in the left corner. Right hand reaches out to the right corner and off the mat. Left hand, and then open the heart with arms extended. That feels really good. And then slowly lower. Left ear to the mat. Cactus arms. Pushing into the left hand, bring the left foot up and back. So we're just stretching out this left hip. I hope I'm giving a good description. Roll back. And then we let the right leg reach that right hip. So you stack the hips. It's a little bit of a twist and a hip opening. I'm not going too far, but it feels good. And then rest the right ear on the mat, cactus arms. Stretching out the neck. And then let's drag the fingertips back toward the ribs. Eyes gaze forward as we come up into the first cobra. And roll back down. Up again. Roll back down. And now roll up. And this time keep going as our hips lift And we go back to that child's pose. Coming back to all fours, we're going to go ahead and tuck the toes. And we're going into our first downward dog. So belly to thighs, hips lift up, heels are up to begin with, and then you reach one heel down at a time, slowly pedaling and waking up the back of the legs. Really pushing into the palms, the bases of the fingers. Fingers are spread. It's like squeezing a lemon. You want to get all the goodness you can out of every pose. All the juice. So this downward dog, just kind of wiggle, and so you're just like, oh yeah, that feels so good. I hope that you too are getting that experience. Belly pulls towards spine. Head is heavy. So the great thing about yoga is it truly opens your sinuses, because your head is upside down and side to side. So it really helps open all the sinuses. As a doctor, I know the exits to the sinuses are oddly placed. So to have them all drain successfully, you have to move your head around in all the directions. From here, let's look up between those thumbs and walk our feet to that space. Coming into our first standing forward fold. Bending the knees. Bring the hands to the back of the calves. Drop the head. And then I want you to lift and lower, just like you're barely wagging the tail up and down. Maybe like me, you have lots of creaks. Like, wow, those are noisy knees. Noisy, noisy, noisy knees. And then just stay. Stay in that stretch. Oh. And then let's roll up. Very rounded, arms like coat sleeves. All the way up to standing, crown of the head last. Long, tall spine. Inhale, let's reach those hands over the head. Look up, and then we're going to do those cactus arms like we're smiling at the sun. And then reach up again. And then let's dive down. Forward fold, reverse swan, eyes gaze up, and then a little bit back as those cactus arms, back up, dive down. So we're just creating this flow, roll up, hands over the head, cactus arms, hands back over the head, and back down. Find your own, you don't have to be looking at mine. You're basically coming up, hands extend, over the head, back bending, hands back over the head, and forward fold, and back up. So, make sure you smile at the sky, at the ceiling. Waking up that spine. My spine feels so stiff. I don't know if it's the virus. Maybe I got a fever and everything. Oh my goodness. Travel. The things you catch on planes. But it feels good to move. Hopefully you're feeling good to move. Still flowing. Looks like this is our last one. The This time when hands come over the head, bring them through prayer and come into mountain pose. Well done. From mountain pose, we're going to reach the left hand up and over, sliding the right down for a nice side stretch. Honestly, I cannot believe how stiff I feel. And switch sides. Left hand slides down, right hand over. And then let's bring both hands up. Step the feet a little wider than hip distance. We're going to drop the hands to the right as if we're making this big circle with both hands up and over, come to the top, and then go back the other way. Feeling the side body. Joyous. One more direction each way. These big circles. And let's bring those hands through the center. Pausing here in prayer hands. Well done. Let's see, where do we want to go next? Told myself I would just feel into my body here today. So, let's come back to the top of our mats. Bring your big toes together. Taking the hips, let's reach them back. Back, back, back. And come into a chair pose with hands back to begin with. Make sure you tuck that tail slightly and reach those hands up for chair. Feeling a wee bit of strength in our legs. Eyes gaze forward, fingertips are reaching up, pinky slightly turn in. Strength. And then we're going to stand, and from standing we're going to come up on our toes. Little balance. Seeing how long you can stay on tippy toes. Hands above the head. Simple balance moves. And heels down and back to chair. So we'll come back up and down, all the way up to tippy toes, all the way down to chair. So you find your rhythm. Yogi squats, so to speak. Working on balance and strength. Let's do 2 more. And this time back to prayer hands. Shoulders relax. Shake out the head. Drop the shoulders. Drop the heels. And pause. From here, let's bring our hands to our hips. And we're going to step back, right heel up to high lunge. Nice how wobbly I feel. From here, we're going to go ahead and turn the right heel down. And as we do that, we'll reach our hands up for warrior 1. Eyes are gazing forward, fingertips up. Left knee is over ankle, back leg is strong. One more breath here and then turn to warrior two. Adjust those arms, check in with yourself. Look over that left middle finger, dropping the hips. Feeling the strength of your legs, your core. Straighten the left leg. Left ribs reach forward. Drop the left hand for triangle. Just slowly moving through some standing poses. As you hit each standing pose, really feel into the structure of the pose. In triangle, feel the strength of your legs. Notice the right hip pulling back. Feel the spread of your arms. See if you can gaze at the right thumb. Bend into the right knee, dropping the hips so that you gracefully come into side angle. Maybe you want to come up a little higher and put your left elbow on the left knee. Reach right hand over. Maybe this class, you want to add more challenge. There's always ways to make every pose a little more challenging or a little easier. Using blocks or moving arms and body weights in certain positions. Hands parallel certainly adds a lot of core strength. Come on back up. Meet me back in warrior two. Let out a deep sigh. Drop the right hand as you reach the left hand over. First, reverse warrior. Oh, nice big stretch. To warrior two. To warrior one. Bring the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers. Open that heart again. And bow down for humble warrior. Left elbow, left knee. Knuckles to the sky. Drop the hands, place them on either side of the foot. Step a little in with your right foot as you straighten the left leg. Pyramid. Chest reaching over this left leg. Big stretch. And then putting a tiny bend in the left knee, reach the right foot up as you drop your head and come into standing splits. Right toes reaching up, head points down. And then right foot next to left, forward fold. Belly can rest on thighs. Your favorite forward fold here. So many variations, grabbing toes, stepping on hands, grabbing the back of the legs or the elbows. Doesn't matter. And when you're ready, roll back up. Oh. Tall spine. Mountain pose. We're going to do that same series of standing poses with left foot back. So we step left foot back, high lunge. Left heel up, bend into that right knee, hands on hips. Hips point forward, shoulders drop. Left heel down, hands reach up for warrior one. Checking your positioning. From here we go to warrior two. Making those micro adjustments as you check your positioning. Maybe you can drop lower, maybe you want to come a little higher. Maybe your shoulders need to relax. Whatever it is, make those adjustments for yourself and then hold the pose. Straighten the right leg, reach the right ribs forward, reaching that right hand, and then dropping the right hand down as you reach the left hand up for triangle pose. Sense that really open, wide open chest, strong legs, stacked hips, stacked shoulders. Bend into that right knee. For a side angle, again, come up on that elbow if you want, or go lower. You can bind this pose. Do whatever feels right to you to make it a wee bit more or less challenging. Whatever your body's needing this morning. And then come back up, back to warrior two. And then to reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Having a moment to remember how we got where. But I know we end up here in pyramid. Oh, I think I did warrior two to warrior one. Oh yes. All right, warrior one. Then we dropped our hands and back. We did a hum warrior here. Thank you for your patience. So drop right elbow, right shoulder to right knee, knuckles reach up, hips sink a little lower, feeling your strength. And then we dropped our hands to either side of that foot and straighten the right leg. And that's how we got to pyramid. And from pyramid, we went to standing splits with a little bend in the knee. Lift that up, crown of the head down. And then left foot next to right. Coming into forward fold. Pick a different variation than you did last time. Again, you can stand on your fingertips to grab your big toes. Wrap your arms around your legs. Just pick a different one. And then release that. Bend the knees. Come up on the balls of your feet again like we did when we were standing on our tippy toes and come into this balancing squat. Hands apart. Knees point forward, balancing on the balls of the feet, sitting on your heels. Go ahead and drop your knees, but continue to sit on your heels. Nice foot stretch. Passive foot stretch. And then hands down. Shift back, heels down, and drop your hips to seated position. Now just for contrast, let's go ahead and come into another seated forward fold. So we did this at the beginning. See if you can, if you have a little more flexibility than you did at the start. Bellies on thighs, then stretch out the heels, drop your head. Just see if there's any difference after all that. For me, there definitely is. Holding forward fold. Such a healing pose in itself, forward fold, those curling inward, stretching out the back body. So important. That whole, from the, stretching out the bottom of the feet, the soles of our feet like we did, through the Achilles, through the back of the legs, to the sits bones, to the lower back, the upper back, the neck. That whole, all that fascia tissue is connected. So good to feel it stretch out. Come on, back up. Let's see. Over here and seated. Let's come to a wide angle. I'm just going to do the standing. I think we'll do it seated. Wide angle forward fold. Heels reach out, toes point up. Oh. Find the angle that feels right for you today. First, reach the crown of the head up. Shoulders relax and drop. Just staying here for a moment. Eyes closed. Then put the hands in front of us, and much like we did earlier, pushing the fingertips forward, like we did in cross-legged. Just see how far they go. Again, you can have blocks or bolsters here to rest on. Oh, maybe stack your forearms or your rest on your elbows. See if you can rest into this stretch. So when we do this standing, we have the whole weight of our body that pulls us deeper in the pose. When we do this seated, we still have the weight of our body to a lesser extent here, with gravity bringing our upper body to the floor. That's a great stretch. hope you'll mark this class for those days when you want a slow flow kind of class. We didn't have any chaturangas. Just enjoying holding these poses. Stretching the body in a relaxing way that restores the body. From this wide angle forward fold, I'll spring the legs back in front of the body. We're going to come to our backs now. So roll on back. Bend the knees. Massage the lower back by rocking side to side, up and down, moving the knees in circles, one playing the other. Should feel really good. And then legs straight up. Let's point. Let's really make that C shape with the feet. Ooh. Pull those, really bring in the toes. Curl the toes, and then stretch them all the way back out. Flex, and then do it again. So good for our feet. And flex. And if your feet try to kind of spasm there, know that it's not causing any damage. It's actually a good thing. It's your body going, oh, I can do this. I forgot how. Reminding the body. Engaging those toes. Well done. One more time, each direction. Well, let's bend the knees. Bring the heels toward the hips and then straighten. Super simple. Bend and straighten. Feet stay flexed. Pull it in. Stretch it out. Pull it in. Stretch it out. And then let's lower both feet to 45. Hands can be flat on the floor by the hips, and then we're going to pull it in, back to 45. So you should feel the abdominals engaged, pull it in, 45 degrees. Aim for 5. You can do more, great. You can do less, great. And then we're going to do one more variation of this exercise where we're going to shoot our feet out to hovering. Feet are flexed and pull it in. Make sure you find the pause as you hover those feet so that you can really feel the belly engage and pull it in. Again, you decide how long you extend and how many of these you do. But we're doing it in a slow, methodical way. Enjoying the fruits of our practice. I'm going to do one more. And this time when I bring my knees up, I'm now going to place my feet heels next to my sits bones. Maybe your fingertips are even touching those heel bones. And I'm going to tuck the tail, pull the belly in, and roll up. And I'm going to grab my hands underneath, interlace my fingers, and reach those hips up. I'm going to hold up here. Come up onto the balls of my feet again, which we've done repeatedly. Enjoying this heart opening, hip opening. Now, so stretching the back body, back here. We're strengthening the back body. So you can come up on the heels and lower, and up and lower, you decide again the rate and how long you hold this pose. Feel the strength of your buttocks lifting you to the sky, and the hamstrings, and the back muscles. And when you're like, that's enough, then release your hands and slowly roll down and pause. Windshield the wiper the legs side to side. And then with your hands clasped over your head, so you make a triangle around your head, let's bring your knees point up, big toes together, and then bring the soles of the feet together and make a diamond shape with your legs. This is such a great relaxing opening stretch, very passive. Heart opening. And as you're here with a diamond, two diamond shapes, come back to that awareness of breath. In this position, where does it move your body? Are you holding tension anywhere? Are you free flowing that breath all the way into the belly, into the chest? What is it doing to the back body, the front body? And just noticing. Maybe you need to wiggle or make micro adjustments so you can more easily feel that flow of breath. See if you can slow the breath, counting how many counts for an inhale and then matching it with the exhale. Maybe it's 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to bring left knee and left elbow up and roll to the right side as we close, as if the elbows and the knees are clamshells. So we roll to the right. Then we're going to open where we just were. So feel the opening and then close the clamshell to the left. Roll to the left side. So there's this great sense of opening and closing. Opening and closing. Your rhythm, no need to look at the screen once you figure out what we're doing. If your body calls you to stay in one of the positions longer, you do that. Next time you're on your back, pause there, and then bring the knees together, the big toes, the ankles, bring your knees towards your chest. First, we're going to put our hands on our shins and just pull it in, pushing into the lower back, spreading the hips wide as you push into that lower back. And then lifting the head as if you're going to kiss your knees. Wrap your arms even further. Maybe you can either even grab the opposite outsides of the feet, curling inward into that ball, holding yourself tightly. And then coming into Shavasana. Palms face up, feet relax and open. If it's a cool, you're going to throw a blanket over you, put an eye pillow on your eyes. I'm going to sit here and hold Shavasana for a few minutes. Just enjoying complete relaxation. Go gently into this good day, appreciating the play of opposites. The way sunlight chases frost crystals off the grass blades as dawn melts into morning. Take the one step you can take right now. Open to whatever comes, whether it meets your expectations or shatters them into 1,000 sparkling shards. Go gently into this good day, faith rising to the occasion, fear receding just enough to reveal the next step on your healing journey. Go gently into this good day on your healing journey. As those words sink in, you can turn the video off and pause here in Shavasana as long as you want, need, desire. Or if you're ready, you can bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly as we come back to breath, back to loving this body. Let's blow our hands, sensing the rise and fall, the heartbeat. Recognizing the preciousness of life, our breath, a bird song. Stretching those arms over the head. Oh, a little yawn, a little wiggle as you roll to the right side, resting your head on your upper arms, bringing your knees towards your chest in a fetal-like position. We pause here in gratitude for that bird song, for that breath. Whatever comes to mind, breathe that into your heart, noticing, appreciating. And then pushing yourself up to a seated position. We're going to end with those 3 breaths. This time I invite you to put your hands together, thumbs rest lightly on your chest, chin drops as we inhale through our nose and exhale with an audible sound. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale an ooh, an oh, or an om. One more time. Ah. spirit in me, that light, honors that in every single one of you. Thanks for showing up for your practice, for spreading more love and kindness in this world. I appreciate you. Namaste. Good to see you all, and I should be here all of April. Not so much in May, but all of April. See you soon.